We are live at Avenue in Hollywood, California. It is Sports Illustrated's Fashionable 50 launch event. Coming down this red carpet tonight, we are going to have NBA MVPs and champions, Super Bowl champions as well, not to mention some legends of the game, supermodels, and of course, the best dressed athletes, both past and present, are going to be walking this red carpet. We are so excited to have you along with us. I am Maggie Gray, the host of SI Now. I'm going to be taking you on this red carpet ride here through Hollywood, California. And as the athletes are walking down this red carpet, we're going to talk with them, not just about the fashion, of course, but we're going to catch up with them about how their summer is going. We're going to ask them about their careers as well. It's been a very, very eventful the last couple months, especially in the NBA. And our man of the hour, the man who this entire party is for tonight, of course, is the reigning NBA MVP, Russell Westbrook. He will be walking this red carpet. He will be joining me right here, so you're going to want to stay tuned for that. It's been fun, and if there's one person who is associated with fashion, not just in the NBA, but who has crossed over into the mainstream, it is without a doubt Russell Westbrook. Of course, you can see Sports Illustrated magazine on stands now. He is on the cover. He is taking bold fashion risks. We cannot wait to see what he shows up in tonight. Of course, everywhere is a runway for Russell Westbrook. We're going to have other NBA stars who are scheduled to be here as well, not to mention NFL players before training camp begins in just about a week or so. We're going to have them strutting their stuff right here on this red carpet. So we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. We're going to be partying here, as we can see. Calais Campbell right behind me, new defensive end for the Jacksonville Jaguars, should be joining me momentarily. There's Joel Osment, if you'd like to come in. Sorry, you couldn't sneak by. Maggie from Sports Illustrated. We're live right now on Facebook. Okay, let's switch. You're our first guest tonight, and for this, I mean, we know that actors have great style, but athletes, how would you describe an athlete's style, maybe someone like Russell Westbrook?
I'm not so informed on this topic, but I think with someone like Russell, it's pretty obvious that like he's always dressed very well, whether it's the post-game interview and all that. So my biggest thing was Russell. I just wish he would come play for the Lakers. You know, he's from Long Beach, he went to UCLA, so yeah. That
could become a reality, although you can't ever count it out in the NBA. We had Magic Johnson at Summer League, of course. Lonzo Ball wins MVP of Summer League. Yeah. Magic Johnson said the Lakers are back. As a Laker fan, what's that like to hear?
From what I can tell, I totally agree. I mean, it was really exciting seeing Lonzo play so well, and yeah, I think there's a lot to be excited about as a Lakers fan.
There are rumors that LeBron James could be headed to the Lakers after next year when he becomes a free agent. What would that mean to the Lakers fan base?
I think when Kobe was going to go, oh no, I'm telling the wrong story here. My friend's a Clippers fan, and when Kobe was going to go to the Clippers years ago, he had 2 cell phones ready to go to get season tickets. I think that'll be the situation probably if LeBron comes. Everybody's going to want to snatch those up because, yeah, that would be extraordinary.
So tell us about some athletes who you've encountered. I mean, I'm sure that you get to cross paths with them. Are there any that you become friends with, like on a genuine level?
I am a big Dodger fan, and this team is also a very special one this year. I actually have the game recorded at home. I'm trying not to find out what happens. I only got to the 3rd inning of Kershaw versus the White Sox. But I went to the Dodger Blue Diamond Gala last month, and just there's such a nice group of guys. Got to talk to Alex Wood for a long time. He's from Georgia, where my dad lived for a long time. So it's just a really cool group of guys, and yeah, as an actor, like I think you kind of get a little bit more taken with athletes because, like, I don't know, it's like a different world from us. So yeah.
We absolutely love watching you on Silicon Valley. How fun was that cameo for you?
Oh my God, so much fun. I've been watching the show since it came out, and loved the comedy those guys have been doing, whether it's Thomas on Comedy Bang Bang or Kumail's stand-up and everything. Like, it was really special to go there and be a part of that team.
That is so cool. It is so great to meet you, Joel Osment. Thank you so much for stopping by. True sports fan here is Calais Campbell. Have you guys ever met? Can I introduce Calais Campbell to Joel Osment? We're just making things happen here on the Sports Illustrated Facebook Live show. Come on in. There's so many things to talk to you about. Thank you again.
Thank you. Take care, man.
Okay, so we're here tonight celebrating Russell Westbrook and others who are titans of fashion. Who is the best dressed football player in your opinion?
The best dressed football player, in my opinion, that's tough. You know, I've seen Antonio Brown do some amazing things, you know, with his dress style. But I've always been like a classic look kind of guy. So I always admire Larry Fitzgerald and the way he, you know, presents himself. You know, but I'm a little biased because we're good friends. So, you know, I don't want to just, you know, go with Larry because I know him well, but I kind of have to because I've seen him firsthand over and over again.
You are 6'5" and about 6'8". Is it difficult to find clothes? How do you shop?
It is very difficult. You know, I'm very limited, so my fashion sense has, you know, I can't go as far as some other guys. You know, some of the top stylists and top, you know, designers, they don't really make clothes for me. So, you know, I do what I can from what I have available to me, but I do okay.
You're doing fantastic for what you have. I'm just wondering, is there a fashion trend or something that you've learned that big guys should just really stay away from? Can't pull it off. Like I'm thinking Cam Newton with the romper. You know, is there something that if you're 6'8", you just can't wear?
Yeah, I think the romper is just, you know, being a big guy just wouldn't be me. You know, I can't do that. But, you know, I mean, to each their own. You know, I don't judge. You know, whatever style works for you, I think it's how you rock it, how you own it. So, you know, I see a lot of guys do some things I wouldn't do, but they make it look good for them.
Of course, Cam Newton on this best dressed list, so I shouldn't be saying too much about it. We love his fashion sense. You mentioned your former teammate, Larry Fitzgerald. I once interviewed him, and, you know, Larry is known for traveling the world. He said that he believes you have actually been to more countries than he has been. And I'm wondering if you ever pick up any style inspiration from all the globetrotting that you're doing.
Yeah, I will say, though, you go to different places and you see some things, and they definitely inspire you, that's for sure.
Any countries specifically that you remember thinking, I'm going to bring this back and I'm going to make this a trend in the NFL?
No, I don't really, I mean, I don't think about making trends. I kind of just do my own thing. But, I mean, most time when I see stuff, it's like, man, I wish I had that in my size because there's some dope stuff there. But most time it's like, I can't find that.
Okay, let's talk a little football, shall we? After almost a decade, you leave Arizona to go to Jacksonville. Was it just time, or if you knew that Carson Palmer and Larry were coming back, do you think you would have stayed?
Well, I mean, I kind of had they were coming back. You know, it wasn't in the cards. You know, everything, all good things come to an end, and Arizona was a great time for me. 9 years, a lot of good football played. You know, but you know, it was time to move on, and Jacksonville had a good opportunity for me. The team has been just working on building, you know, a good team for the last couple of years. I know that the record hasn't shown, but they had a lot of close games last year, and I feel like they're ready to turn the corner, and I'm excited to be a part of that process.
Yeah, people were shocked that you didn't want to go to Denver and play alongside Von Miller. Us football fans just wonder what could have been. Ultimately, what was not right about that fit?
Yeah, you know, it was a tough decision. It really was. You know, I thought about it hard. And, you know, Denver's home. I grew up there, so it was really tough to turn down Denver. But I just felt like, you know, what Jacksonville was doing, they had just a couple more things going in their way that really fit me, you know. And I really wanted to be the leader of the team and be able to, you know, really add a lot of value, you know. And, you know, I'm really happy with my decision, you know, going through OTAs and the minicamp process. I realized that Jacksonville's scheme fits me perfectly, so I'm excited to go out there and put in work.
I'm sure the fans of Jacksonville are absolutely psyched about that. Finally, I have to ask you, your former coach, Bruce Arians, just wrote a book. I'm sure you've heard about a couple stories that are in this book. One is that he is allergic to milk. So as a child, he saw a big can of white paint and drank it. And as if that wasn't bad enough, a few weeks later, he saw a can of green paint, thought it was mint chocolate chip ice cream, and drank that. Are you shocked that your coach drank paint twice?
Yes, that is definitely shocking. I don't know how old he was or what he was going on in his head at the time, because he's a smart guy. You know, he doesn't seem like the kind of guy that would do something like that. But at the end of the day, to each their own. I have a lot of love for him, and I'm glad he doesn't drink paint anymore.
I don't think so. We can only hope that he doesn't. Although we heard that he does have a little bit of a cocktail party after games sometimes out of his trunk. Have you ever participated in one of them?
Yeah, I've come and hung out. Coach is really he's a good time. You know, after we win games, you know, he likes to celebrate together, you know, let the traffic die down. So, you know, I've hung out with Coach a couple times.
Calais Campbell, enjoy the party. It's so great to talk with you, and thank you so much for stopping by. Wishing you the best of luck in Jacksonville. Expecting some great things. Thank you so much. Really fun to talk some football. Training camp is just around the corner. That felt really good, actually, to ask a couple of football questions. Orlando Scandrick, Matt, come on in really fast. Matt Eisman, host of American Ninja Warrior.
It's great to be here. I'm petite.
And
oh my God.
You could basically shop off the rack compared to a lot of these guys. Okay, so you were actually one of the very first SI Now guests, talking back in the day, and now that we've done 1,000 episodes. But I like what you have here with this camouflage.
You can't see me, Maggie. Even though I was named 23 on the SI's Fashionable 50, I thought I should have been a little higher. I felt like Russ was holding it against me. Because he hasn't come out on American Ninja Warrior. Westbrook actually a fan of the show and has talked about coming out. Unfortunately, our seasons overlap. Although this season in Cleveland, LeBron James came out. He wouldn't go on the course. His 12-year-old son got up the warp wall on the very first try.
Oh my goodness, is that Bronny, little LeBron?
It was amazing, and he embarrassed. I'm like, LeBron's 12-year-old is a better athlete than I am.
He's a better athlete than most of us, Matt.
Oh, it was amazing.
Also winner of Celebrity Apprentice. That was so great to watch you do that, and we just love American Ninja Warrior. We cannot do American Ninja Warrior.
Neither of us can, but nobody's better than Maggie Gray. It's an honor to be out here. Just wanted to say hello, have fun.
Thank you, thank you.
Next year, I should be, I think, single digits.
You're always single digits in our heart, Matt. Best dressed SI Now guest. You can put that on your mantle. Really appreciate that. This is good. We're getting the flow here. We're here at Avenue in Hollywood. It is Sports Illustrated's Fashionable 50. We are launching the event. The second year that SI has done this list where we have some of the very best. Genevieve, hi, it's Maggie from SI. Come on in if you will, we're live. You are one of my absolute favorite swimsuit models. I'm not just saying them. You're just saying them. You're coming to events like this, the cross between sports and fashion. You see it up close as being a swimsuit model. What's it like to be at this event?
I mean, I think it's great to see the athletes. They always make a lot of effort with their outfits. I mean, I think of Marcedes. He does excellently with his outfits, and some of the other people that I've met, like Julius Thomas, although I don't think he's going to be here tonight, but I know he always dresses pretty stylishly.
Yeah, athletes, you know, it helps when you can have access to stylists and people who can help you, but some guys just seem like they can pull it off. What's the key to pulling off a risky outfit?
I think that you should try and keep things simple, to be honest with you, because by going too risky, it's kind of like it's hit or miss, and then you don't want to look like a fool. And also, I don't want to be in those like throwback to 10 years ago, what were you thinking photos. So I would just keep it simple.
This is great. It's great to catch up with you. Thank you so much for stopping by. Have a great time in the party. Thank you so much.
Again, bye.
Bye. Genevieve Morton, one of my absolute favorites. We're going to keep things going. Your sunglasses are so phenomenal. Can you just explain this look?
So I went with the Margiela sunglasses with the Margiela shirt. You know, I kept it open a little bit, show a little chest. Went with the Chelsea boots and the Rag & Bone distressed jeans.
Can we pan down? Can we just get a head to toe on what's going on here? Okay, so training camp. Have I introduced you? Orlando Scandrick, cornerback for your Dallas Cowboys, is in the house. Training camp's almost here. Is this sort of the last hurrah before you have to buckle down in camp?
It is. I'm really looking forward to it. This is my 10th season, and I'm as excited as ever.
Why is that?
It's just I'm living life. I'm enjoying everything I do. I'm very comfortable with where I'm at in my career, and I'm just having fun.
It's fantastic to hear you say that. Of course, was it 2 years ago coming back from an injury, but you had a fantastic season. Can I ask you a couple things about what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys lately?
Yeah, well, let's talk about my injury first. It was a long process. You know, it was a lot of work put into it. I wasn't quite like myself last year, and, you know, I'm just more confident, and I feel better, and I'm energized and excited.
That's great. That's all that Dallas Cowboy fans want to hear you say. Unfortunately, I wish that there were some more positive headlines coming out of the Dallas Cowboys recently, but Zeke Elliott involved in a few things. What's some advice you would give to a young player like him?
I've talked to Zeke, you know, and I just think he just has some growing up to do. And, you know, I'm 100% by his side. You know, I'm 100% supportive of him. I don't know exactly what he has going on right now or what he's accused of or what allegedly happened, but, you know, I'm 100% behind Zeke, and I can't wait to get into camp and work on building this team.
Something that you would know because you have played your entire career with the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones came out and said today, it is different to play for that organization. There is a microscope and there is a attention that you may not have other places. Is that something that Zeke has to learn?
Absolutely. You know, we're always on ESPN, we're always on NFL Network, we're on First Take, we're on, what's the other one with Skip Bayless now?
Undisputed?
Undisputed. You know, it's like we're the talk of the town. You know, it's just like, it's almost like they're waiting for us to fail or they build us up to break us down. But I think that, you know, we had a great team last year and we did a great job of blocking out the outside, and we're going to have a great team this year. We just got to get through some things You know, we got some guys that are going to miss some time for suspension. We got some guys that had a couple of unfortunate situations and made some, you know, bad decisions. But that's life. You know, we all make bad decisions, and we support each other. And, you know, what's better than a bad decision? You know, learning from it. You know, and everything, life is a learning process, and every day is a learning process. And I can't wait to get back with my guys and build on last year.
Describe what the culture is like at the Dallas Cowboys right now.
The culture is changing. Like, I'm the old man of the room, but I mean, we come to work, we listen to music before practice, you know, we're energized, we take it one day at a time, and we're just going out trying to win at everything we do.
How badly do you want to shut down Odell Beckham Jr. this year?
I mean, it's we don't even hone in to like one team, you know, it's more about how badly we want to, you know, win the division, how badly we want to win a Super Bowl, and it's like, it's 10 years here, you know, it's like, it's time now.
Orlando, we wish you all the best. Again, love the glasses. Love the entire look. Wishing you all the best and stay healthy. I love that we're talking football right now. I'm getting like pumped and ready for camp.
Thank you. Thank you.
Really appreciate it. You can head on into the party. This is great. Dallas Cowboys, Orlando Scandrick, and really interesting with some of the headlines that have been surrounding Zeke Elliott this year, the last couple weeks rather. We're going to see what happens with the NFL if he ends up getting a game suspended or two. It looks like Russell Westbrook? Oh, Westbrook feature. Okay, we're live on the red carpet. It doesn't get any more live than that. We're going to take a quick break and show you our man of the hour. He will be here with me in moments, Russell Westbrook. But first, watch this, how he became the top of SI's Fashionable 50 list.
Definitely, man. I think, especially with fashion, I think, you know, when you're putting clothes together or putting outfits together, you need to find the details, the color, the materials, the patterns to make sure it all go together. Just like a pocket square is to a suit. So whenever you put a suit on, you got to make sure you have your pocket square to kind of put it all together. And that's for me. That's kind of how I see, fashion, trying to kind of put it together and find ways to kind of connect it all. Inspiration, man, honestly comes from a lot of different things. I think, especially with fashion, it changes so much. You know, you get a lot of inspiration for me from, women's wear, obviously from men's wear, from, hotels, just different color combinations. I get inspiration from a lot of things traveling over the world, get opportunity to be able to see different cultures, whether it's in China, whether it's in Paris, or different places of the world. Inspiration comes from a lot of different things.
Oh yeah, I need some stuff out of here anyway. What's up, brother? What's going on, brother? Yeah. All right, let's get a little something.
The best fashion week. I mean, it's tough. I think New York is great, Paris is great, Milan is great. I think they're great for different reasons. It's fun. Going to Fashion Week and fashion shows is fun, but I'm also meeting different designers, trying to learn and kind of observe everything, see some inspiration, see how fashion has evolved and how it comes back. It kind of recycles itself, I think. So
I just go with the flow. If I see something I like, I grab it. Usually I know if I like it right away, then I get it. If I don't, then I just keep walking.
I take time and to figure out what I'm gonna wear, and if I'm gonna wear it, then I'm gonna rock it. So for me, I think.
And we're back here at Avenue in Hollywood with Marcedes Lewis, tight end for Jacksonville Jaguars. Second appearance on this list. What an honor.
Yeah, I think it's pretty dope. I think, whenever you can dress and kind of, express who you are, fashion-wise, it's an awesome deal. So to be, voted twice, 2 years in a row is pretty dope.
You mean the Jacksonville Jaguars uniform isn't enough expression for you?
Yeah, no, that's cool, but, I feel like, because I wear a helmet, that's more of an incentive to go out there and kill them every time I step outside the field.
So speaking of which, can we take a look at this outfit, what you have here? I like the old school one shoulder off with the overalls. I actually remember wearing that in the 90s.
Yeah, definitely. I was definitely a cross-color guy.
Crisscross, right?
Yeah, definitely. This is something easy. Easy, but still dope enough to smash the carpet. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like wearing no suit today, and this came together pretty well.
Can we pan down to the socks if we can? Describe these socks.
Oh yeah, these are my Easy E socks, my Easy E joints. I'm originally from Long Beach, California, but as I was growing up, I was influenced by all that music growing up, and I don't know if you guys have seen the Defiant ones yet, but that's super dope. And yeah, man, just came together, looks good with the Vans. And the whole look just in general. So.
Well, you look stunning, absolutely fabulous. Saw Calais Campbell here, your new teammate. Are you guys going to meet up tonight and talk a little scheme? Obviously, you play on different sides of the ball, but will you talk a little, you know, football?
Yeah, for sure. We'll talk a little bit. I mean, we get out of here in like 3 days, so we're looking forward to it. Obviously, he was a great pickup in the offseason. I'm looking forward to just getting out there and doing our thing.
You have a big-time free agent like Campbell. You had Malik Jackson, other guys, Barry Church, guys who are deciding and making a pointed effort to play in Jacksonville. You've been there for a decade. What is that like, and does that put a little urgency on wanting to win?
I mean, literally, this is my 12th year now, all with Jacksonville, and I don't remember a team so stacked maybe in 10 years, you know what I mean? Like, and that's crazy to say. Like, I'm 33 years old, and I've been there longer than my coaches. I've had, 5 head coaches, 2 GMs, 2 owners, you know what I mean? So I've seen it all. And I think the team that we've constructed now, we got a chance to do some good things.
It's funny, we talk a lot about the NBA offseason because there's so much movement and players are getting these big contracts. I know you played a couple games for UCLA as part of the basketball team, right? Was basketball ever a possibility for you?
Had I focused solely on basketball, yeah. I played my first 2 years for UCLA, and then my body, I mean, I was 220 playing basketball, and then I had to gain 30 pounds to play football. It was just too much. And then, as far as school-wise, it was just a lot. So, I had to stop one. In football, I've been playing since I was 7, so it was a no-brainer.
All right, no-brainer for you, and, of course, have made a fantastic career out of it and made this list again. So congratulations. Love it. So fly. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate that. Do we have Robby Rogers is coming in, someone who I've never met before, soccer player. I'm Maggie. It is so great to meet you. We're live. Why don't you come over here? First, let's talk fashion because that's why we're here. Describe your look going on, especially those shoes are fabulous.
I'm wearing all Prada, kind of old school, I guess, a little quirky, but it's just water.
Just water. It's okay. It is a party.
It is hot here in LA, so.
You're an athlete. You're hydrating. Although, unfortunately, season cut short, had some injuries. What's your soccer future hold?
It's a good question. I had a surgery this offseason and had a little bit of nerve damage to my ankle, so I've spent this season kind of doing rehab, which sucks, watching, games on TV or in the stadium is a bummer, but I think stuff like this, to be creative outside of soccer, to have something where you can kind of enjoy your time outside of the sport is always helpful. It's therapeutic. So that's one of the reasons why I come to things like this.
We should mention that you won an award. It's the Designer Award, and this is a passion of yours. You have a line. Describe the type of man or person that you like to dress.
The person that I would love to dress, I'm inspired by a lot of old movies, like The Talented Mr. Ripley, and they're not necessarily old, but like all the Tom Ford movies, like A Single Man. I like stuff like that. It's very old school and classic, but tailored and colorful. So, those are the kind of vibes I go for when I'm designing something or when I'm attracted to something. It's always that kind of stuff.
If you could dress any athlete, past or present, who would you want?
Well, I probably would just go for someone like David Beckham, just because it would be easy. You just throw a pair of sweatpants to him and he'd look good.
He looks good in everything.
Yeah. But I'm always, inspired, and it's really cool watching a lot of the basketball players these days, like Russell Westbrook, or I'm a huge Laker fan, so seeing those guys. I'm interested in seeing what they're wearing tonight. But yeah, someone like that. I think they've got their own style that's quirky and cool and is exciting.
Let's talk about some of the soccer players who are also on this list. Of course, Beckham, because he's a legend. Jerome Boateng, Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, how would you describe the soccer players' aesthetic?
I think, soccer players are a really creative group of guys. On the field, a lot of times soccer becomes almost like a dance, or it's just very creative. So when you see them off the field, I think that's kind of their extension of it. Again, somewhere where they can be creative, at times a little too much. But if you look at David, who makes everything look cool, and Jerome Boateng, and a lot of the different German players or Canadian players, really cool stuff. And then I would just say the guys here at the Galaxy, it's LA, so it's a little more casual. But, in our locker room, we've got a group of guys that have really look good and are well-tailored and always doing a good job with that kind of stuff.
Okay, You're a veteran. You are a designer, so you're coming from a place of knowledge. Have you ever looked at a teammate and what they're wearing and just said, no, just no, go home?
Yes, recently, one of my buddies, Sebastian Leggett, he went to the ESPYs, and he posted a photo on Instagram, and I sent him a message right away. And he's like, I was about to ask you, but it was too late, and it was a last-minute thing. And I was like, well, just make sure you call me next time you go to the ESPYs. It was like the belt with the blue, and it was just all this stuff. And I was like, no, you can't do that, sorry.
Everything about it, just all wrong.
Yeah, I love him, but, you know, he made a few mistakes there.
Oh my gosh, well, you're not making any mistakes tonight. You look like a James Dean reincarnated. I mean that as the biggest compliment.
That is a compliment, thank you.
Robby, so great to meet you. I've always wanted to meet you. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Your dress, by the way.
Thank you. It's Ted Baker, as I can get that plug in. Thank you to my friends at Ted Baker for giving me this beautiful dress. That was Robby Rogers. He won our designer award. Of course, you know, Sports Illustrated ranked their top 20 most stylish athletes. The Fashionable 50 means 30 of them won awards. Everything from the No Fuss, No Muss Award, which was won by Kevin Durant, to the Designer Award, which was run by Robby Rogers, and a whole host of others. It's been a lot of fun. We are at Avenue in Hollywood, California. You can watch who else is on the red carpet but swimsuit models. Tanya Mityushina getting her photo taken by the paparazzi and snapped. Just another day for her. She'll be joining us here on the red carpet. We have athletes coming in, continuing to arrive. We've already spoken to Calais Campbell, who stopped by. Of course, you just saw Robby Rogers. It's been a lot of fun, and we are so much more to go. Orlando Scandrick coming through with those awesome glasses. Very cool. I can't pull them off, no, but he absolutely could. And as we look down the red carpet, such a glamorous scene here tonight at Avenue. Fantastic. Tanya Mityushina, one of our absolute favorites.
The only person who can pronounce my last name.
Thank you. Tanya Mityushina, one of our Sports Illustrated swimsuit models. First of all, you look absolutely stunning. Tell us about this dress.
Don't know much. Somebody lended it to me. I wore it. That's it.
Well, you're rocking it, really. It looks great on you. Since the last time we saw you, I think was Sportsman of the Year, was in New York. That was back in the fall. So what have you been up to lately?
Just a lot of shooting, a lot of beach shooting, a lot of traveling. Just came back from Cuba, which was awesome. This week going to Fiji. Really excited.
Oh my gosh, well, you're a globetrotter. We can barely keep up with you. We see a lot of athletes here, best dressed. What are some of the great, fashion that you like to see on guys, especially like the big guys when they're like 6'5"? How do they pull that off?
I am excited to see Cristiano Ronaldo, honestly, because I think he's really hot and always looks so impeccable. Like his style is like, he knows how to dress.
What kind of guy do you go for? Is it more the LA relaxed look, or is it the tailored look, maybe like a guy would wear on Wall Street, or is it something more out there like Russell Westbrook where you're just never sure what he's going to show up in?
I like the nerdy kind.
Guys out there, the nerdy kind. You just made everybody's day, right?
I don't know about that. Maybe like the nerdy guys.
Every IT person out there and librarian, Tanya Mityushina, likes your style. That's fantastic. Well, you look stunning. Thank you so much for being here.
So good seeing you.
Great to see you too. We'll see you inside. Thank you. This has been a lot of fun. Red carpet is in full effect here at Avenue, here in Hollywood. SI's Fashionable 50. Of course, Russell Westbrook was the man of the hour, and he was the top fashionable guy that we have ranked here at Sports Illustrated. The top 20, no one is higher than Russell Westbrook. And of course, 30 awards that were given out to every sport, every athlete, Olympians, gold medalists, and of course NBA champions, MVPs, Super Bowl champions. We got it all. It's happening here in Hollywood. We're going to be with you for the rest of the evening as this red carpet continues. I think I just saw The Bachelorette. The Bachelorette, Rachel Lindsay is here, as I am a massive fan. Well, I'll take my Rachel Lindsay card just to make sure I don't miss a question. I am watching The Bachelorette. I can't wait to see what happens. We're down to the final 3 guys, so we're going to talk to Rachel Lindsay. She's also, of course, a very big sports fan. We know that she knows Kevin Durant from their times at the University of Texas, so we'll make sure to talk about all that as well. Some of the trends that we've seen so far. Okay, we've seen a lot of jeans. I like Marcedes Lewis wearing the overalls with just one shoulder back, kind of a throwback to sort of a crisscross Kid and Play era. That was right in my wheelhouse. He had the Easy-E socks with the Airwalks to go with it. Doesn't get much better than that, I don't think, and very LA with his style. So we've seen a lot of casual looks. Robby Rogers, I said, looking like James Dean, just sort of laid back vibes. Orlando Scandrick, same thing, sort of laid back. I'm expecting to see a couple suits and maybe some dapper dudes as we're here. It is a fun night in Hollywood. Everyone's arriving. You can see the snaps going on off behind me. The paparazzi is here. Everyone's arrived and is arriving for this great event. The Bachelorette, Rachel Lindsay, is going to be making her way down the red carpet very, very soon. If you're just tuning in, it's Sports Illustrated's Fashionable 50, and we have the Bachelorette. We are live for Sports Illustrated.
Live. Hi, how are you doing?
Fantastic. Great to meet you, and congratulations on the season to this point.
So much.
3 guys left. What is it like watching these episodes back?
You know what the hardest thing watching is that I have a fiance, because everybody knows that now, and I have to explain things to him. That's the hardest thing. I lived it, I remember it, but that's what's hard.
Are you like, don't watch this scene?
I beg him, I'm like, please don't watch. Please don't. He wants to see everything. I hate it. I mean, he's some type of masochist or something.
He figures probably just get it all out there now, and then happily ever after is right there. Yeah. So congrats on getting engaged. Although, I'm curious, because you were at the ESPYs, and now you're a big celebrity. How many athletes have been wondering about your relationship status since you went on the show?
You know what? Everyone's been really respectful. Thank goodness they let me announce that I'm engaged. So, you know, everyone's just like kind of like put up their walls and no one said anything to me.
Just wait, just wait.
Back in the day, that would have been a devil's playground for me, but I'm an engaged woman now.
But now you're engaged and you're going to be looking forward to a long, happy life of marriage. You are a massive sports fan. Let's talk about that. We're Sports Illustrated. You studied sports management. You interned at the NBA. If you had the dream job, a sports dream job, what would it be?
Ooh, I'd either be working, well, on Sports Illustrated, doing something for them.
You're hired. I don't have the authority to do that, but you're absolutely hired.
Holding you to your word on that.
Hold me to it.
ESPN or with the Cowboys. I'm a huge Cowboys fan.
Okay, well, Orlando Scandrick is in there. Cornerback from your Dallas Cowboys is inside. Make sure to compliment his glasses. He's very much into the glass.
Definitely, I'll do that. I'll put on mine too.
Okay, so we also have to ask, Texas girl, went to the University of Texas. Yes. We know that you dated Kevin Durant. I'm just from the curiosity sake. What do you do on a date with Kevin Durant when he's in college?
Here's the thing. Okay. I mean, Kevin and I went to UT together. We knew each other, and that's kind of as juicy as it gets. You know, in college, you hang out in dorm rooms, you go to sorority, fraternity parties, and that's pretty much it.
Was that enough for him, for you to root for him in the NBA Finals?
Oh, I was 100% rooting for the Warriors in the NBA Finals. I wanted to see him get a ring. I mean, I got a ring this summer. He gets a ring this summer. I mean, it's great.
It's funny how it works out like that. That's really great. What about Russell Westbrook? In terms of style, he is the man of the hour tonight. We're all here for him. How would you describe Russell's style?
First of all, I'm a huge Russell Westbrook fan. I like pretend I know him. I call him Russie. But I love his style. I love someone who steps outside of the box, who's bold, and that's him.
Yeah, okay. We're going to take this somewhere. Just roll with me, okay? The fantasy suites are coming up. Is there a sports analogy that we can apply to the fantasy suite? Now, I'm thinking, we'll keep this PG. Okay. Like a home run or a grand slam, or maybe did someone strike out? What sports analogy can we put to the fantasy suite?
Touchdown?
Touchdown. Touchdown all 3.
Not all 3.
Okay, not all 3.
Not all 3.
I was going to go first base, second base, but I thought that was getting a little too specific.
I'm a football girl. I'm a Texas girl. Touchdown.
Rachel Lindsay, thank you so much. Congratulations on being engaged. We don't want the season of The Bachelorette to end, though.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Amazing. Amazing woman. And if you're watching this season of The Bachelorette, she handles every situation just perfectly. It's incredible to watch. And of course, massive sports fan. She said she'd like to work for SI or ESPN. I'm thinking, I mean, we got to hire her immediately, right? Maybe a show, Rachel and Peter King, Rachel and me. I don't know. It'll be a lot of fun. We're here at Avenue in Hollywood. It is Sports Illustrated's Fashionable 50. I see Kate Bock is behind me, Sports Illustrated swimsuit model and girlfriend of Kevin Love from the Cleveland Cavaliers. So that's going to be fun to talk with her momentarily as she's getting her photo snapped behind me. Love that Rachel Lindsay was able to clear this up. Kate Bock, we'll get you in a second. Go ahead. Rachel Lindsay clearing up all those Kevin Durant rumors that they were an item. No, just looks like they were hanging out, very tame, very PG. And we learned the fantasy suite, if it had a sports equivalent, would be a touchdown. She's a football girl, right? That sports analogy completely fits. I'm Maggie Gray. I'm your host here on this red carpet. We're going to be with you until Russell Westbrook, the man of the hour, walks down the red carpet. I'm really curious to see what he's going to be wearing. Of course, Rachel looked fabulous in all black. We've seen a lot of guys wearing just casual looks, really. A lot of sneakers, a lot of cool sneakers. We saw Robby Rogers in some cool Prada loafers. That was a lot of fun. We're going to keep it going here with more people down the red carpet as they come walking in. Fun party here. Summertime, Los Angeles, a little bit different. For me, I'm a New York girl, so this has been great to be out here on the left coast and hanging out with this fashionable crowd. We're going to be with you for a while tonight. We're red carpeting, right? Why not? Yes. While we're here, it's fun. It's all fun. It's just having a great time. It's Kate Bock's behind me. She's talking to InStyle. We'll get her in just a little bit. So guys, what have we seen so far, right? We've seen some pretty cool looks. I would say if I was gonna sum up the style of the evening in one word right now, it'd be cool, like relaxed. No tuxedos. You know, it's July and we are in Los Angeles. You're not gonna get tuxedos. You're gonna get something more chill. T-shirts, right? It's hot here. I mean, I'm glowing and not shiny, glowing. That's what we call it. Malcolm Jenkins is gonna be coming down the red carpet in just a moment. Oh, the feature about Malcolm Jenkins. Yes, of course. Malcolm Jenkins, one of our favorites from the Philadelphia Eagles. Watch this behind the scenes with Malcolm.
We're here at 709 Walnut Street in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania at Damari Seville. We're here putting together our line and getting the store together, start to take over Philly when it comes to fashion. Damari is my middle name. In Seville, we pay homage to Seville Row in London. My partner Jay was born in London, so this is kind of our new twist to an old game.
So the interesting thing about Malcolm and myself, like I consider myself to be like very classic, you know, just darker colors, like very simple, not too much pattern or textures, and Malcolm's like the complete opposite.
And what we want to do is to wake up that inner rebel, to step outside the box and look more at the individual than the trends. And so we focus on style more than fashion. Yeah, this is where all the brainstorming happens. To make it simple for the customer, we have our design book. It'll just start with, all right, what do you want from a lapel standpoint? How many buttons do you want? Do you want notch lapel, peak lapel, even just, you know, the buttons on the sleeve? Do you want them to be functional? How far apart? Do you want them to be touching? Once you pick your buttons, you have like stitch colors that you can use if you wanted to do a contrast stitching. And we basically take your measurements, your fabric, the lining that you want inside. We put that all together. Then a couple weeks later, got yourself a suit. The good thing is we have options for everybody. We're doing off-the-rack options, so anybody on the street of any build can come in and get a suit right off the rack, ready to wear. Guys like my teammates who can't go somewhere and buy off the rack, we can do custom suiting.
They're taller, they're stronger, their butts are bigger. Like there's a lot of things about athletes that make it a little bit more difficult to put stuff together, but overall it's, you know, it's very doable. It's a lot of fun.
We want to make sure we offer our suits and clothing to everybody because that's who we're gearing to, those who really want to embrace their own style, to step outside of the box and enjoy looking good. There is no wrong answer when it comes to style. It seems like all the athletes now are into fashion, starting to be more aware of their look and appearance and take pride in what they wear. You see a guy come off the football field where he's, going to battle for 4 hours, and then all of a sudden dressed in a top hat and blazer at a press conference right after. It allows people to really appreciate, the man behind the mask.
We're back at Avenue in Hollywood. Look at who I found. Kate Bock, Sports Illustrated swimsuit model. So fabulous to see you, and a little bit different. Usually we're doing swimsuits. Tonight we're doing some real cool fashion. How would you describe the looks that have been going on this red carpet so far?
I haven't seen too many yet, but it is different than swimsuit, definitely. We're definitely more fashion-y cool tonight.
Yes, very relaxed, very Los Angeles, very LA. What has summer been like for you? I know you're about to go to Miami. SI is bi-coastal this week. We are doing stuff in Miami. We're doing stuff in LA.
All over the place. Yeah, I'm excited. Even in just a few days, we're going to go check out the new swimsuit line SI is launching. So that will be fun.
It's amazing. SI launching their own swimsuit line. That is fantastic. It's going to be so fun. How else has summer been treating you? What have you been up to?
It's been great. I've been here a little bit, which is nice. LA has great weather every single day, it seems. And I was in Vancouver, Canada, which was also so beautiful, visiting family, and went up to Whistler, and it was so nice there too.
That is amazing, of course, from Vancouver, and that's so special to be able to get home. Kevin Love, boyfriend, in this issue, he got an award, the Classic Man.
I like that. Very gentleman. Yeah, very beautiful.
Do you think that award suits him?
I do. I think yes. I think that's the best award he could have won. And
okay.
The Gentleman's Award, that'd be a good award. Yeah.
The Gentleman's Award. So you guys obviously incredibly fashionable as a couple, but you are the model. Is there ever a time when you can say to him, you shouldn't wear that, maybe go back to the drawing board on something?
He's got a pretty good eye for himself, I think. People keep asking if I give him advice, but he's pretty solid on his own. I don't know.
He's a well-dressed man.
Man. Yeah.
Is he the best-dressed Cavalier? Probably.
I would say so, yes.
A little bit biased, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Kate, thank you so much. You look fabulous, as always.
Thank you.
Your necklaces, too, from your own line, which I love.
Thank you. Couture Jewelry, katebock.com.
Thank you. It's always so great to talk with you. Kate Bock is one of our absolute favorites. Just really such a doll. We're having reunions all over the place. I can see Lindsey Vonn on her way, hopefully, over to our camera. She looks stunning. Lindsay, we're live with Sports Illustrated. You look fabulous.
Thank you.
I love this. You got the Confidence Award. How true to life is that for you in fashion and just life in general?
I've definitely struggled with confidence over the years, but I feel like in the last maybe 5 years I've come into my own, and I'm very confident with who I am now and what my body is and what I look like, and I definitely show that when I get dressed, when I walk the red carpet. I'm proud of my body. I'm proud of what I've worked for my whole life, basically, and I'm not afraid to show it, and I think it just makes me feel more confident when I know I can portray that outward as well.
That's amazing. That's just words to live by, such wisdom. You need the bravery, not just taking risks on a red carpet, but for your skiing. I mean, is it come from the same place, or do you have to channel something different when you're on the mountain?
I feel like it's a little bit different. I feel like when I'm walking the red carpet, it's not like when I'm going a little bit, outside of my comfort zone with fashion. I feel more nervous on the red carpet than I do when I'm skiing. I feel a little bit more like I know what I'm doing when I'm on the mountain, because I've obviously done it my whole life and I'm just kind of new to the red carpet stuff. But, both in general, you need to be courageous. You need to be brave and not be afraid of failure. And I just wear what I love. And if people don't like it, then I don't really care. But I still like to, be on trend and do fun things as well.
Well, you are very on trend tonight. You look absolutely stunning. I mean, I'm just curious your skiing uniform, the skin-tight bodysuit, is it the best or the worst uniform in sports?
I think it's one of the worst. Besides like a gymnastics leotard, it's probably the worst. It's paper thin, it's spandex, and we're outside in the freezing cold, and everyone thinks that it's
Like, you know, it's not cold at all. And I'm like, no, it's paper thin. Like, there's no insulation. It's not like it's warm and fuzzy on the inside. It's paper thin. So it's definitely not a great uniform.
No, it's for maximum speed is what it is. So when you come out to the red carpet, is there an urge to just go completely away from that? Not skin-tight bodysuit, but really showing your own personality?
I just like to be, I like more of a classic style, and I like to show off my body. I don't like to go too extreme, but I like mainly to show my femininity. You know, when I'm on the mountain, I don't feel very feminine because I've got a helmet on. Like, I like having long hair because you can actually see that I'm a girl. So, you know, I try to be as feminine as possible, and I think that's my general style on the red carpet.
At the ESPYs this year, you also look fabulous there. PK Subban from the Nashville Predators, who is also going to be walking this red carpet, said, "It's as hot out here as Lindsey Vonn." Is that a good enough line to get an introduction to you?
Probably not. Yeah. PK is a great guy, but no. that was a bad line. That was one of the worst that I've seen in a while. But I'd say that I told him to his face, so it's fine.
Okay, so we're not making any love connections here.
No, definitely not. I have a boyfriend. He's a lot smoother.
Well, you'd have to be pretty smooth to be with you, Lindsay. You're fantastic. Thank you so much. And again, looking amazing. We're both wearing white.
Yes, I think
it's on trend.
Thank you. That's what that means.
Thank you. We'll see you inside. Enjoy it. That was a lot of fun. We're moving over into the light. That was great. Lindsey Vonn. Can we be best friends? I love that. Confident message, and of course she won the Confidence Award. I can't imagine a more worthy and better person to take home an award like that, because she just absolutely rocks it. Very interesting to know about that skiing outfit. I wasn't sure if I was going to ask that question about whether the skiing outfit was the best uniform in sports, but she said it's the worst. Yeah, it's the worst. It's almost as bad as PK Subban's line to try to meet her, which was, it's as hot as Lindsey Vonn here. Didn't work, PK. Hopefully he'll be coming down the red carpet. What's that? Oh, fantastic. One of my absolute favorites, New York Knicks legend, Walt Frazier. He was the one bringing style to the NBA even back in the 1970s. He's still doing it now as a broadcaster for the New York Knicks. He is one of the judges and panel who was picking who are the best dressed athletes in the world. We have a look behind the scenes with Walt Frazier. Watch this.
I'm always looking for something different, something, you know, I have so many suits. I have at least 150 suits, so it's got to be something provocative for. I even look at it or think about it. I just like to dress up. I always tell people I dress the way I feel. So most of the time I'm feeling very provocative, in a good mood, and you know, that's how I roll. You have to have somewhat of a game plan to narrow down what you're looking for. Well, during the season I don't select any clothes, but once the season's over, I start my search. Sometimes I find stuff back in the corner of all places. I like to look at it. You never know where you're going to find it. So between 7th and 8th Avenue, from 31 to 40th Street, I just go in and out of stores because they're all fabric stores. And sometimes it takes me weeks or months before I find anything that I really like. Actually, this will give me 4 suits because I could wear this combination of jacket, pants, and vice versa, and then I could wear the suit and the suit. But when I came into the league, I was a Brooks Brothers guy. Button-down collar shirts, penny loafers, and then I come to the Mecca for fashion. And in those days, the NBA guys, we used to dress up every game because our idols were the Temptation, the Four Tops, the Miracle, Marvin Gaye. So when they performed, they wore a suit and tie. See, New York is the only place you could do this. Could shop for months, going in stores, looking at fabrics. No, what other city could you do that? I'm compared a lot to Westbrook. You know, he's more casual, flamboyant, you know, and I'm more elegant. My style is more elegant with the suits and ties, but also I think he's the most provocative, eccentric, enigmatic dresser and player in the NBA. The excitement that he brings on the court, he brings off the court with his unique style of dressing. Subliminally, he's a little like Clyde. You know, that was what I was doing when I played. People were curious about what I would be wearing after the game, how I was going to come styling and profiling, and, you know, he embellishes that well.
Good to meet you.
Thanks.
Looking great as usual.
Yeah, thanks. Trying to
hang in there.
Pressure's on. Every time I step out, I got to reinvent myself. Yeah, see, if we'd be standing here, we'd draw a crowd of people like, Clyde, 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 Clyde.
Sorry, just catching some selfies while I'm here on the red carpet. We are at Avenue in Hollywood. It is Sports Illustrated's Fashionable 50, the second year in a row that SI has done this list. We ranked the 20 most fashionable athletes right now and then gave 30 more awards out to athletes of every sport, NBA, NFL, Olympic gold medalists. We just had Lindsey Vonn, who you can see behind me, still doing some press. Andre Iguodala making his way down the red carpet. You're going to want to stick around for a two-time NBA champ and an NBA Finals MVP. Cannot wait to talk with him. Re-signed with the Warriors, so all is happy in the Bay Area. You can hear the music getting a little bit louder. The party's starting to ramp up here. I mean, it's getting in full swing. Russell Westbrook, who is #1 on SI's Fashionable 50, he will be walking the red carpet, so you're going to want to stick around for that. I love it. The Tribe Called Quest is playing. Now I can hear it out of the corner of my ear. We're having a fantastic time on this red carpet. It's just been great so far. As I said, Lindsey Vonn absolutely slaying in this white Armani suit, which I just heard her say over my shoulder. We've seen a lot of relaxed looks from the guys, right? Cool, very casual, almost James Dean-like for Robby Rogers of the LA Galaxy. It's fantastic. Right now, I'd have to say in first place, I think, is Lindsey Vonn. Second place, I did like Marcedes Lewis from the Jacksonville Jaguars, came in with overalls with one of the overalls over his back. It reminded me of my childhood. I mean, this is like ultimate 90s look. Easy-E socks with the Airwalks. I literally had those same Airwalks at one point in my life. I'm gonna have to dig them up at some point. As we're waiting for Andre Iguodala, is doing some press. It has just been an amazing scene here. Actually, can we get a little on me? I mean, I tried, guys. I tried. I'm not known to be the fashionista. Thank you very much to my friends at Ted Baker. Really appreciate you guys hooking me up with this gorgeous dress. I never wear white. I don't. Andre Iguodala. Sorry, Kenny. We're live. Come on in. We're both gonna get this. We're both gonna get this. So tell us and Kenny, what are you wearing? Who are you wearing tonight?
I'm wearing myself. This is a Wara Boswell shirt, and these are Lindsey Vonn pants and Common Projects.
And the hat.
And the hat, I don't even know.
What's on your
Bailey hat, Bailey of Hollywood.
All right.
I put this together like yesterday. I wasn't planning on coming, but I was just here in LA doing some work. So this is actually an honor to be a part of this, and I didn't know I was gonna be in LA, so I said, you know, I appreciate the support, and it was an honor being named, so I showed up.
You look absolutely fly. We're with two-time NBA champion, Finals MVP, Andre Iguodala is in the house. You re-signed with the Golden State Warriors. I mean, you guys are getting up for another run. How does this feel?
It can be draining.
How so?
But it's fun. We talk about winning championships, and the fun part is spraying the champagne because of all the hardships and all the pain you went through to get there. And it's not just physical pain, but mental pain. It's so much stress, and everyone has their eyes on us, and all of our quotes and words are being extended to articles that we didn't mean, and you know, everyone wants to use us for, you know, leverage and to make this and make themselves while using us. So it can be mentally draining, and I felt like we did a great job of staying in the game, keeping our heads where they needed to be, and it's a joy when you win it.
Is this hashtag champions problems, right? A little bit.
That's very true. I was just talking to a friend, and he said, well, you could be taking a vacation in April. If you don't want these problems, just go home in April. So he had a good point, but that's the best part of the journey is hanging with your teammates. So that's why I don't like the summers, because I don't get to hang out with my teammates as much. Steph's been dodging me on the golf course, so it hasn't been too fun.
Can you beat him on the golf course? We only hear just how great of a golfer he is, that he's ready for his tour card.
He shot a 68 Sunday, and I haven't broke 80. So today I played well. Steph, I was balling today at Riviera. You would enjoy to watch me play.
Okay, so you are on this list. You are number 8 on Sports Illustrated's top 20, and then of course 30 more awards were given out. Kevin Durant got the No Fuss, No Muss award. So that means Steph, Clay, and Draymond did not get an award. Rank those guys in terms of best to worst dressed of those 3.
That's a trick question. I can't answer that.
Who needs help? Let's be honest.
No, I can't, because I had a quote about one guy and it got twisted, and I don't know if he was mad at me. He didn't care. He's a good guy. He doesn't even pay attention, but it got took the wrong way. But Draymond's really good. Draymond will be on this list soon. Steph should be on the list. Steph's just who he is, so you don't see a lot of like flair and excitement, which I like. Because Zaza could be as a guy who could be on the list, but he has a very good, clean European style. Clay's, that's not him yet. I think he'll get it, but that's what I like about Clay. Clay doesn't try to force something, and he's not big into fashion, so it's not that he dresses bad. It's just that's not who he is, but he sticks to who he is, which is what I like, and I respect that.
Okay, very good, very diplomatic. We saw that Klay Thompson looked like he was having a ball on his tour through Asia. Yes. That is just phenomenal. We should talk just a tiny bit of basketball, just a little. A lot of movement in the Western Conference. Was there one signing of an opponent who brought in a player where you thought to yourself, oh boy, okay, this is going to be much more difficult?
Well, the last 3 years we've been in the finals, and what we've learned is we're getting everybody's best. So every night you can't overlook a team. So for us, we try not to say, okay, this team signed this player and this team made this move and they're getting closer, because other teams, you allow them to sneak up on you. So we try to stay locked in night on nightly basis, and we know if we play good basketball every night, we're going to compete against the best, which sets us up to be in the best shape come June, which is where we want to be.
Was there a shocking signing? I mean, there were shocks to us. I think everyone was shocked when Chris Paul left LA. I mean, people are shocked when Jimmy Butler got traded on draft night. I mean, there were a lot of surprising things that happened. Any of them surprised you?
I think we were more surprised at some of the deals, being one team got this and the other team got that. But I don't want to say who got the worst of a deal, because I don't know.
We're talking about Paul George. We're talking about Paul George.
I think being a champion, you learn how to be politically correct. That's one thing I've learned. But I think it was a lot of really good moves. I think Minnesota made some really good moves. I like Jeff Teague. I like Jimmy Butler. Jamal Crawford as well. I like some moves the Warriors made. We got Omri Caspi.
Omri Caspi?
Omri Caspi. He's the only guy in any game I've ever played in that I wanted to actually beat up. No one knows.
Why? What did he say to you?
He has very good gamesmanship. So he can like hit you here, hit you there, and I respect him a lot though. So he's gonna help us out a lot. I like him.
Okay, what is that first practice gonna be like for Omri Caspi? Are you gonna get him back a little bit? Because really, I mean, he's the new guy. You're the veteran, the finals MVP and 2-time champ.
No, I got him back during the game. We've been going at it for like 2 years, but you want guys like that on your team. So I'm really excited to play with him. He's a great shooter. We got Nick Young. We don't call him Swaggy P. His name's Nick.
Swaggy P is over?
Well, we're trying to get him to get a championship, and if we win a championship, we'll call him Swaggy P.
He hasn't earned the swag.
No, not saying he didn't earn it, but I've worked out with Nick many times. I'm a big Nick Young fan since USC, so excited to play with him as well.
One last one for you. You really were the face of the 76ers for a long time, and it took a while. But were you trusting the process? I mean, is this going to be must-see TV now for this team?
I'm a Joel Embiid fan. I got his number. I text him here and there. Really excited for him. I think he's an amazing talent, so he's ready. Kyrie,
Okay.
I texted Kyrie the other day. He big timing.
Yo, I really had no idea to believe if that was your number or not. I wanted to see you in person. No, I wanted to see you in person. Is that your number, Andre Iguodala?
So I found out we invested in the same company, so I like this guy.
Did you really give him the new phone who dis?
No, I did not. I said when I see Iggy, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna see you at HB's wedding, or now I see him here. So now I know that this is confirmation that's his number.
Okay, you're buying that?
We all good.
Yes, I know. We get you guys together. Have you seen each other or talked since you guys faced each other in the final?
But it's a huge congrats. It's a huge congrats to him.
I read about him he was on the Forbes list of entertainers, so I know he's more important to me, so he can take over.
Wow.
Forbes list.
Yeah, the Forbes list of entertainers, yeah.
Last one for you guys
I
together.
won't say how much money he made last year, but he was up there.
Okay, wait.
That's crazy. No, but seriously, that's you, bro. Okay, bye. Okay.
Last question for you guys both together. If we get Cavs Warriors for a 4th time in a row, would that make it one of the greatest rivalries in basketball history?
It's not summertime. It's not. I thought it was summertime. No. The competition starts again in September, and we'll see what happens.
We'll let you go inside of the party.
That's a great answer by a guy on the Forbes list.
Having fun here. Kyrie Irving, NBA champion. So great to see you and catch up with you. Congratulations on being on this list. Out of the many awards and accomplishments you've gotten, what is it like to be recognized for your fashion sense?
It's awesome. The true expression of what you want to wear and the attitude that you have in your clothes and how you strut your stuff, basically, and how it grows and evolves as you get older. It just encompasses what fashion really is. It's always changing, it's always evolving, and so many different things you could put on.
LeBron James on this list. Kevin Love gets an award on this list. Who's the best dressed Cav?
Definitely have to give it to Bron if we're out of that group. Yeah, for sure. He really loves dressing up like that.
Describe his style.
I mean, he's older, a little bit mature, so the suits and the nice sweats, and he'll throw on like some nice jeans and stuff like that. He embodies a nice style.
This is coming from a guy who's 25 years old. LeBron James, older, he's over 30. Some of us, we reach that plateau. It happens. Speaking of Bron, he's a little frustrated about some of the non-moves in the offseason. You sharing that same sort of sense of urgency and feeling that he is?
I understand we're in a very peculiar place. We just have to, make sure that all our pieces are aligned first, and, then we go from there. But it's the summertime, a lot of craziness going on in the NBA, so best to just observe and then see what happens. But obviously there are some things that I'm pretty sure our organization wants to do, and we'll go from there.
Can I ask you to comment on the Western Conference, okay? A lot of moves being made, guys trying to find pieces to try to catch up with the Warriors. We just saw Andre Iguodala here on the carpet. Who do you think closed the gap the most, if anyone, to the Warriors? I mean, you know what it's like to play them and beat them.
Yeah, I mean, anything can happen. We understand that, and then teams are getting a lot better, especially in the Western Conference, like you said. So, you kind of admire it from the sideline. Just, that's going to be a heck of a series between all those teams battling for 8 spots. And then on top of that, the all-star teams, and we're talking about whatever happens over there, it's going to be a dogfight every single night, and that's what you would want as a competitor.
Was there one move, a signing, Jimmy Butler traded on draft night? I mean, was there one thing where you were just shocked and where you had an urge where you're like, I got to text somebody. I'm so shocked by this. I got to tell someone.
No. I mean, it's happening so much in the league. I mean, the league's just transforming. Teams are getting better, and pieces are going other places, and guys are getting older. So now it's more or less in a huge talent pool, and now you're seeing big moves happen because guys want to go play with other guys, and they want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. So.
Listen, I'm not going to ask you about pressure. You know what this is like, right? You played in the finals and you've won a finals, but you see guys leaving the Eastern Conference. People are expecting the Cavs now to win every game. Does that change things for you?
No. I mean, the competition definitely grew out in the Western Conference, but there are still eligible teams in the Eastern Conference. I mean, everyone's going to continue to get better, as well as the Celtics got a huge step better getting Gordon Hayward. So we're on the lookout for every team, but the challenge will be getting back to the finals and trying to, go back and win it again. So that's the ultimate goal, and that should be at the forefront of everyone's minds. I know it's at the forefront of my mind.
Okay, you said it's summertime, so we're taking all of this with a grain of salt. But when it comes to LeBron James, it's really hard to stay focused, stay grounded, and not get ahead of ourselves. The rumors that he may want to leave to go to LA, I know that you've heard them. I mean, how different could this Cavs team look in just a couple years? Because it'll only be 2 years before you're a free agent.
I mean, like I said, we're in a peculiar place. So, the biggest thing is just handling as much as we can with class and professionalism. And you know, obviously we have a great owner that's willing to spend a little money on the guys that he believes in. So at this point, we just see what happens throughout the summer.
Can I say a personal story about Kyrie Irving? Oh. I covered Kyrie Irving when he was in high school, St. Patrick's, when I was at MSG Network. To watch you now, Rookie of the Year, champion, all this stuff, it like makes my heart burst. When you were in high school in New Jersey, did you ever think that this was possible? I mean, you were an incredible high school player, but did you think this was all possible?
I take those steps and that journey that made me who I am in those beginning days, and honestly meeting you back at MSG Network, and now we fast forward all these years and still there's the same energy that it was when I was in high school. You know, it's just, I love life, I love people, and I love being around great things like this and this incredible event that Sports Illustrated got me in, and just thankful for every opportunity and everything that I've accomplished. So.
Kyrie, it's so great to see you. Thank you so much, and love watching you. I know, great stuff. Thank you so much. Okay, that was Kyrie Irving. I mean it. I covered him when he was in high school. He was unbelievable. And I remember one great thing about covering Kyrie Irving's team when he was in high school as a sideline reporter was when the game is close, sometimes you can't get all your stories onto the air, but we knew with Kyrie, he wasn't even playing in the fourth quarter because his team already had a 30-point lead. So I knew all my stories were getting on air that day. But he's just phenomenal, and class act, really. He said precarious times, right? Difficult times for the Cavaliers right now. Interesting with LeBron James being a free agent after this year. We're going to probably get sick of that storyline at some point, but when it's the best player in the world, it's something that we're going to be watching, and who knows what the Cavaliers are going to look like in just a couple of years. Kyrie will be a free agent, not next summer after that, and so will Kevin Love. So we're going to keep our eye on that. And what would it be like if the Warriors and the Cavs met for the 4th straight time in the finals? That was really cool, by the way, with Andre Iguodala and Kyrie Irving. That was a cool moment. The Forbes list making an appearance, which is very funny. Of course, we are coming to you from Avenue in Hollywood, Sports Illustrated's Fashionable 50 launch event. You just saw Kyrie Irving. You just saw Andre Iguodala. That was a lot of fun. I've just all love, and very funny. Kyrie Irving wasn't sure if it was Andre Iguodala's right number, so I think he really did give him the new phone who dis, or is this really you, which was a lot of fun. So you can see here, waiting for more athletes to come down this red carpet. It's been a lot of fun. Kyrie Irving, amazing. He and Iguodala together, just so cool. Talking to some of our Sports Illustrated people here behind the scenes, just having a lot of fun. Music's pumping. I see they're passing hors d'oeuvres, maybe even champagne in there. Of course it's going to be flowing. Guest of honor is on the way, walking in. Beautiful. Russell Westbrook going to be with us in just moments. Really looking forward to talking to someone who has really transcended the sport of basketball, I think in many ways because of his style. He became, and his outfits have become must-see TV. Do I have my Westbrook card? Yes, I do. Thank you. It's such a cool event SI puts on, because I think that our company does get associated with style and fashion because of the swimsuit issue and because of all the great models and people we have relationships with. But this is really a time where we can celebrate the athlete and celebrate, you know, the style that they show, the way that they express themselves, because you know, athletes, it's really expressing themselves through their body, expressing themselves through what they're able to do on the court, in the field, and on the ski slope, or what have you. But this is a different way, right? This is a different way for athletes to really show who they are and their personalities. Here we go, Russell Westbrook, the MVP of the NBA, and of course the MVP of the style world as well. Going to be talking to him momentarily. As you can see the flash bulbs coming off. What has he got on? Oh, denim on denim. Canadian tuxedo for Russell Westbrook, but rocking it and absolutely making it look completely effortless with the cool glasses as well. Really looking forward to chit-chatting with Russell Westbrook. What have we seen on this carpet? We have seen some fabulous style. I feel like I need to go out and get myself a button-down shirt is what I need to do, and some cool sunglasses. I think that's what I'm missing. Also liked Andre Iguodala's hat. That was very cool as well. He said, yeah, we just put this together. Wasn't even sure if he was going to be able to come to the party, so it's just a last minute look. Hi there. we're waiting on Russell Westbrook, the man of the hour. You can see him on the red carpet, just looking absolutely fly. You can come on in if you like. No? Okay. I like how you guys are both matching. I'm talking to Russell Westbrook's wife off camera. Congratulations, by the way. You look fabulous and have been rocking this award season. Chris Stone also there with Russell Westbrook, of course. Chris is the editorial director of the Sports Illustrated group. Russell Westbrook doing some press, and then he's going to come by. And I wish you guys could sort of see what's kind of happening behind me, but I'll explain. It's just a sea of camera phones. Sea of camera phones. This is probably what it's like to be famous. Like the t-shirt that Russell Westbrook is wearing also. It says "Fight Racism" on it, so we'll be sure to ask him about his choice for tonight. Maybe a bit of a political statement along with a fashion statement, so we love that. Getting interviewed by the press that's here. We have InStyle and People, some of the other brands who are also part of the Sports Illustrated Timing family, so that's a lot of fun. Plenty of content here on SI.com. Of course, you saw the behind the scenes of Russell Wilson shopping in Soho, and I'm just surprised that a mob didn't just come out of nowhere and completely just surround him, you know, and just start taking photos. But they let him shop in peace, so that's good, because the man knows his way around the store for sure. Very cool. Love that jacket. How do you even describe that jacket? It almost has like graffiti on it or something. It's like one of a kind, definitely. Okay, some of my favorite looks so far. I said I like Marcedes Lewis, who came in with the overalls because he just went for it. You know, I thought that Calais Campbell did a great job. He's 6'8". And over 300 pounds. So, or maybe he's about 300 pounds. That's tough, that's tough. He says he can't really shop off the rack. You know, a lot of designers aren't making things for guys his size. So he looked absolutely dapper. Lindsey Vonn, I love that look where it's like a suit with nothing, you know, just sort of low cut, revealing a little, but still kind of, you know, like business and classy, just absolutely feminine and stunning. Just beautiful. And of course, Sports Illustrated swimsuit models Kate Bock was here talking about her boyfriend Kevin Love getting the, you know, the award for most genteel, really, you know. Press is assembled around Russell Westbrook. He is the man of the hour. He is Sports Illustrated's best dressed. Top 20, he's #1. Last year he was #2 and then took that post from Victor Cruz, who then they switched spots. Victor Cruz was #2 on this list, and then it goes on from there. You know who was very well represented on this list, who unfortunately it's during their season, so we can't really talk with them, but tennis players. Tennis players all over this list. Roger Federer is on this list. Serena Williams is on this list. Jeannie Bouchard is on this list. Sibylkova was on this list. Just tennis players were very well represented, and they have this great individual style as well. Of course, Roger Federer, probably one of the best dressed people in the world, athlete or not. That was fun to see. And of course, Olympians, as I mentioned, Lindsey Vonn and others. Kyrie Irving has won a gold medal. Iguodala has won a gold medal. Russell Westbrook has won a gold medal. They're all here. And we are waiting on Russell Westbrook now. #1 on SI's Fashionable 50 list. We are here at Avenue in Hollywood. I'm Maggie Gray. It's been a fun red carpet so far. It really has. We showed you some behind the scenes footage. Walt Frazier gave you some behind the scenes. Of course, he's a style icon. Russell, hey, we're live with Sports Illustrated. So congratulations on being the most fashionable of all athletes. Can you describe this look and this style?
I mean, I just was coming in and wanted to express myself as I usually do. Just kind of be real street venture style today. So.
The Fight Racism, is this a political statement you wanted to make, or you just like the shirt?
I just love the shirt, man. Obviously, it stands for a lot of things, but I love the shirt, love the way kind of just the ribs and how it looks, and just the whole message and the ribs kind of go all together, in my opinion, and you know, just put on a nice vintage look. So.
You use fashion to express yourself in a way that we think we see on the basketball court, but it's very different. Can you explain how?
Yeah, man, it's, you know, my motto is why not, and that's what I stand for. It's all over my jacket and kind of everything that I do, and it's something that I use in fashion. It's something I would use to go express myself. Obviously on the court, I'm a little more aggressive, a little more mean, but off the court is a way to express myself and be expressive, so.
When people call you a style icon, I mean, how do you take that? What does that mean to you?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. Just unbelievable honor to be able to, to be able to have kids look up to me in fashion is an unbelievable blessing just because, I do this on my own. No stylist, and I just kind of go and have my own swag, and I think that's the greatest part about it.
Okay, so we see you, the glasses, the jacket, the shirt, I mean, all the way down to the pants and the shoes. What's the nicest or best compliment someone can give you on your style? Because I'm sure people tell you how great you look all the time, but what's the nicest thing they could say?
I think just when somebody tell me, I appreciate you being yourself. I think that's the biggest thing, just in fashion and anything, just if somebody's able to express themselves and be themselves, they're not scared to wear anything, that's the biggest compliment somebody gave me, so.
That's amazing, right?
It's great, it's amazing.
I mean, being able to also cross over. I mean, you are a basketball player. You are the reigning NBA MVP, which I can't imagine what the last few weeks have been like for you. But fashion has sort of given you a whole new audience. I mean, actors, actresses, people in the fashion world. You go to Fashion Week in Paris. I mean, what is it like to be known for just not being a basketball player?
My job is to be one of those Renaissance men, to be able to have my hands in every aspect of my life. And basketball is obviously my big platform to be able to do that. And fashion is something I've been involved in for the last 4 or 5 years, and just happy and amazed to be able to do it.
Okay, the last couple weeks, wow, what a whirlwind you've been on, from accepting MVP, I mean, changes to the team, everything, all this good stuff. Yeah. What has it been like?
It's been amazing. It's a blessing, man. It's obviously going from the MVP to doing different things here in LA is an unbelievable blessing. It's an unbelievable honor, especially to be here tonight. So just thankful for that.
I'm always curious. Does your fashion sense and fashion style, do guys talk to you about that on the court? Does that ever come into the game?
I don't talk to other people on the court, sorry.
Do they talk to you about it?
If they do, I don't pay attention.
You're just able to block all of it out, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, Russell Westbrook, get in there, enjoy the party. This whole night is for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, thank you.
Really appreciate Russell Westbrook coming and stopping by on the red carpet. We got to talk some fashion with the most fashionable man in sports. There you have it. Okay, that is it. That's the red carpet from Avenue. We're going to go in and enjoy this party. Thank you guys so much for watching our Fashionable 50 red carpet live. And of course, I will see you back in New York for SI Now every Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.